Does this work? Would this would this be one of my streams if I didn't screw up the audio? Welcome on in, everybody. Yes, I'm sorry that this is it's a Sunday night stream, and that's because I was out of the country earlier this week. My neighbors and I and my wife planned a trip, a couple's trip. We started planning over a year ago, and that year of planning led to this past week. So yes, thank you for being here. Happy to be here. And we're gonna play a little bit of Town to City today, and that's because next week's stream time will also be screwed up, but only for YouTube. I'm likely going to, couples retreat, kind of. We went to an all-inclusive resort and had a good time. It was a lot of fun. Got to know my neighbors more. It was great. I don't want you to watch the Lions game. This is correct, Gary. I would rather that you're here. So yes, we're gonna play a little bit of Town to City. There is, I'd say, a 50-50 chance that we stream on Wednesday as well. On Wednesday, it would be City Skylines 2 in Magnolia County. And what I want to do is district everything out and open up a package. So we'll see. We are at my house tonight. And then the other thing, thank you guys for the hype train. You guys are ridiculous. Thank you so much. Level 5, that's crazy. The other thing, you don't need sleep. Exactly. The other thing that we would do on Wednesday, we think. So Wednesday would be Twitch and YouTube. And then likely Thursday or Friday is going to be live from TwitchCon and probably only on Twitch, because if they have a booth there, they're not going to let me connect to YouTube. So I guess if you're following me on YouTube, just know that that's like a thing. Crazy Mage, you were going crazy. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs for the 20-month sub tier 1. Captain Kirk, thank you so much for the 9 months. Love your content, Phil, even when it's not CS2. Appreciate you. I really appreciate that. Like, because I've been doing so much variety as of late, we'll get back to CS2. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the update, the 29th. If you guys didn't hear, we'll see what it's like. Earth Angel, thank you for 22 months of Prime. Appreciate you. So happy I started streaming. This has been amazing for me. Just like all the support. You guys are amazing. On the 29th, I'll be playing Counter-Strike 2. It's going to be amazing. Jessica, thank you for the biddies. Van Arken, thank you for 20 months. Quit bearing the lead and show us the beers. I really shouldn't be drinking these. You guys have no idea how much I had over the last week and what I shouldn't be doing. Okay. Banglorious, could you get a poll up? We've got 3 options tonight. Cranberry long drink. This is just like the Finnish long drink that we had a couple weeks back, but it has cranberries. Option 2, Surly Brewing Company, Oktoberfest. This is the last one that I have. When I had people over at my house, this one went fast. People like this one a lot. This is from Surly Brewing, Minneapolis and Brooklyn Center, Minnesota. And then New Glarus Brewing, Spotted Cow, because I'm from Wisconsin and I like this one. How the heck did I get Spotted Cow? I live like 35 minutes from the brewery. That helps. All right, there we go. So you guys can vote on that. Picked up Town to City because of my vids. Great work. I'm glad that you're liking it, Van Arken. That's awesome. Pippa Blue, thank you for the Prime. Veronica, thank you for the tier 1. Omni Gaming, thank you for the Prime. Gary, thank you for the tier 1. Gary, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Seriously, Gary, your support, being here during the Lions game. I'll even say this just for you, Gary, and no one else. Go Lions for Gary. Go Lions for Gary. I'll only say that because the Packers won, and I think the Packers are just better than Lions. So, go Lions, just for you. Spotted Cow is amazing. You wish to live in Wisconsin specifically for that beer. That's kind of like how I wish that I lived in Oregon just for Session. I love Session. Greg, thank you for the 21 months of tier 1. Appreciate you, man. 21 months is a long time. Accordions, thank you so much for the 6 months of Prime. Keep up the great content. Thank you. Vainglorious, 23 months. You'll be man, you'll be a whole year older by the time we hit 24 months. Wait a minute. I think we need to have a Vainglorious Gaming birthday celebration. That is, thank you so much. Seriously, for everything you do, you're amazing. And you don't need to, I should get you like 10 years of gifted subs. Appreciate you, man. Darth Frostbite, thank you for 14 months. Amazing. Appreciate you. Always a pleasure to be here, Greg. Always a pleasure to have you here. Wait. Whose birthday is it in there? Astro Antonio, happy birthday. We get lots of birthdays in the house. Lazy Operation, welcome on in. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Spotted Cow, guys. You know what? I'm really excited to drink the Spotted Cow. So Lane, appreciate you. I drank a lot of pina coladas. I had a lot of margaritas and some tequila shots, a lot of Sol, and I'm really excited to have this. Trip was amazing, all inclusive, so lots of food, lots of drinks. The only thing I didn't like was the bugs. I got bit everywhere, including on my lip, which was the first time that I've ever been bit on the lip by a mosquito. Loved it. That was amazing. So yes, now we're back for a couple of days, and then San Diego for TwitchCon on Thursday. Happy October. I went to Cancun. So yeah, it was good. Yeah, the lip bite was amazing. It immediately swelled up pretty big. Then it retreated, and then it became another sore, and then I messed with it. And now it's like a thing. So yeah, refocus. There we go. There we go. What's up, D-Stock? Welcome on in. Today, well, we're going to be playing Town to City. I got a question for you guys, though. So here's Town to City. But I got this other game. That I might want to play on stream. That apparently got an update from earlier tonight. So I don't know if this is a game that you want me to play next stream or not, instead of City Skylines, or if I should just make a video about it. Subway Builder by a solo dev. Very interested. Manor Lords is next. I'm recording Manor Lords tomorrow. Well, actually, sorry. Manor Lords is not next. Tropico is going to be released tomorrow for everybody. I've already recorded Town to City, and then Manor Lords will probably come out over the weekend. Yeah, something like that. But I'll probably record this on Tuesday. Vainglorious. Can we get a poll? City stream, Subway Builder stream, or both? Or video. No cheating. Sure, no cheating's good. Video's probably coming either way. So is the town you're doing today the same one? Yes. Well, no, not the same on the videos. We are doing a sandbox today. We're doing a sandbox build today. We'll load into it. It's one that we've been doing on stream only, and it's a good one. You've been enjoying the Town to City streams and happy to watch whenever? So another guy play the Subway game? Okay, Cat Not Dog, was it good? Was it fun? So I would probably do Denver or Chicago. Probably Denver because I'm the most familiar with it. I actually planned transit in Denver for a minute, so that might be fun. Gamers Junior, welcome on in. I'm happy to have you here. Thank you. You've heard mixed opinions of the game? Well, you know, I don't know. Where am I from? Madison, Wisconsin. So let's see. Guys, I want to thank you for the hype train. Level 6 is wild. You guys are ridiculous. One quick second. What should we do next stream? Subway Builder, City Skylines 2. Both Builder in a video only. Okay. Quick poll for you guys. There you go. Miss Chris, thank you. Well, welcome on in. All right. So for anyone who is unaware, this is what we're doing this stream. This is Town to City. Oh, 1 second. Let me do one thing. We gotta get the right vibes. And the game music is the right vibes. For anyone who does not know, this is Town to City. I've had a couple of videos on this game. If you are in chat, well, actually, I'm going to dump you guys real quick. We'll reauthorize the integration. There I go. I dumped y'all. If you want to be in here, you have to be in Twitch chat and you talk. You'll get a citizen and you can live somewhere. We've been building this for, is this the 4th stream? I think it's the 4th stream. West Joe, welcome on in. You got dumped? Live on frequency. Good news. You can come back. There you are. You want to be a person? You are a person. There you are. So anyway, this is our little city. We've been upgrading it fairly rapidly. There's the train station. It's actually, we are a city right now. Not yet a big city, but a city. Let's see what it would take to get us there. Large city, we would have to have 25 of the bourgeois. I'm going to probably screw that up. Residents. At least 60% happiness. We're halfway there. Bourgeois. I'm screwing that up. So anyway, we've upgraded the city. This is where the train station was. I decided to build up the hill. So this was where the city was initially constructed. Turned out fairly well. Wanted to work with some interesting topography. Then decided to build out this way. And eventually built our research center out here. The farms were initially out this way. But then we went to place City Hall right here, and it looked super janky and super terrible. So we decided to move everything down here instead. Then the developers came in, which was super cool, and they chatted with us while we built this area down here and kind of built some of the more advanced buildings. We got City Hall and some of our city services down here. And we got some artisan residents and now our tier 3 residents right here. And they're all very unhappy because they don't have enough luxury. And that's really what separates all of the different citizens. No, we don't have a chapel. Well, we'll actually take that back. We have a chapel. We don't have the cathedral. And I'll tell you what, a lot of the stuff that we've been doing on stream has been incredibly helpful for me in figuring out what to do on videos. So building the farms and coming up with creative ideas, you guys have helped with that. And the videos have been better as a result. But yeah, here's where we are. A lot of work to do today. Looks like both is winning, or both has won. So we will probably do a little bit of Subway Builder on stream on Wednesday, assuming we have a stream. Not 100% sure that that's a thing yet. We'll see. So I can make better tombstones with bollards. I probably can. I don't know if we unlock those yet. That'll be something we have to figure out. So anyway, here's where we're at. You're a priestess. That's neat. Nice. Good trip. Okay, Court. I'm not just a little tan. I'm burnt, which it's the third time in my life that I've burnt. Of the times that I burnt, 2 of them have been in the last like 3 months. Welcome on in from Australia. Camera movement so smooth. It's so good. Everything's good. So here's what I'm thinking today, guys. I want to figure out this luxury. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. What beers on top? Spotted Cow. We're going to work on building out more luxury in this area. We're currently 6 shy of where we need to be. And if we look at stuff like the Barber provides 3. Optician provides 3. We have a perfumer right here, which actually gives us 4 to get us over halfway to where we need to be. So we're just going to work on that to begin. And then I want to race towards the next level to unlock things I'd never seen before. And then the other thing I was thinking, so we've got a bunch of research. We're probably going to spend that down right away. The things I really want to focus on, I want to experiment with creating like a fairgrounds. So we have the Ferris wheel, the merry-go-round, puppet theater, street organ, kiosk theater, ball throw. That to me sounds like we could make a pretty compelling little fairgrounds. The other thing I want to build is the cathedral. If we can get to the cathedral, I think that would be amazing. So yeah. Sounds cool. Good. I think that would be a fun one. I think that would be those would be 2 fun builds. So for the cathedral, we'll try to build another graveyard and we'll experiment with other things. Seabird, thank you for the gifted subs. That's super generous of you. Cord, thank you for 17 months. Good evening. Avocado, thank you for the prime. Griffin, thank you so much for the prime. I fear that I am again not seeing YouTube. So, Canuck Aaron, thank you for 14 months. Always a pleasure to catch one of these streams. Appreciate you. Yeah, very good. Appreciate you guys. All right, like my Tropico video from earlier? Mr. Rogers, thank you. Thank you. Hopefully it was a good one. The thing about the Tropico video, for anyone who hasn't seen it, it's not out for everyone just yet. It'll be out tomorrow morning at 10 Central. I feel like it all started to click. I feel like I finally understand the game now. But unfortunately there was a lot of like really technical stuff to like figure out, which I think is a little bit unfortunate because it led to me, it felt like there was a lot of, it was a little slower than some of the other videos. There was a lot of action and it was also slower at the same time, which might not make a lot of sense, but I think you'll get it once you watch it. I kicked you out? No, D-Stock. I didn't kick you out. Something weird is happening in ground control where I can't, for the life of me, figure out why I can't see YouTube anymore. It's very frustrating. Very frustrating. And I really want to see it. Okay, actually. Maybe that'll fix it. We'll see. I will be able to see if YouTube is fixed the next time someone does something. We'll see. QZ, thank you for the gifted sub. Appreciate you, man. If I mouse over service buildings in the menu, it highlights in blue what buildings have that particular luxury or service and thus can't benefit from a second time. Oh. Hold on. Oh, gotcha. I see it. They're blinking. So if I were to build another butcher, that would not be helpful. Oh, Canuck, that's super, super helpful. But I can see. Interesting. 0 times. So the blue button, that one's lighting up. Okay. Oh, that's very interesting. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I got it. That's very, very, very helpful. That is a winning tip, Pagan Scorpio. Yeah, very, very good. So let's build up here. In the meantime, trip was good. Very enjoyable, very relaxing. Definitely happy to be home though. Definitely also feeling bad. I feel like I was really hoping when we planned this trip that I could get this and TwitchCon to be closer, because my kids are definitely like, "You're going again this week, dude? What?" And I kind of feel like I'm going again this week, dude. What? But it is what it is. It's one of those unfortunate things. Feel like I drank too much. Well, I don't know how in the weeds you want me to get with the trip. I don't know that I drank too much. I feel like I was actually pretty measured. I was a good boy. I feel like there were a couple of times where the guys stayed out and I was like, you know what? Nah, I'm not going to do that this time. But the last day, I just stopped feeling great. And I wasn't sure how my trip home was going to go. Thankfully, one of the friends had an Imodium, which was very, very helpful, and I was able to get home. And now I've been good now. But it was that was the worst part of the trip. We had kind of a bit of a harrowing time there for a moment. I was a little uneasy about the way things were going to work out, if you catch my drift. Sounded getting old that I decided to keep it calm. I think it is. The funny thing is, I was the second youngest one there, which I didn't fully realize, and definitely didn't necessarily feel all the time. Yeah, been there, done that. Yeah, that was I was unprepared. I was unprepared in a variety of ways. I also, like, knowing that I had 2 trips, there were just a lot of things that I wanted to accomplish before I left. And I probably focused on those things a little bit too much, leaving myself a little bit underprepared in a couple of ways. So yeah, but I had a great time. I felt like I got to know my neighbors better. And it's, I don't know if I've really explained this fully. When I moved, I didn't move far. I moved 4 blocks away. But I feel like I live in a different neighborhood because I got to meet a bunch of neighbors that I didn't really know before that. And we've all just kind of got really close at the same time, which has been amazing. Like, if you ever have the opportunity to get to know your neighbors and get to know them really well, it just makes home feel a lot more like home. So yeah. Hulu. Yes, I'm playing Town to City, having a good time with it. You got COVID coming back from Portugal? I am hoping that I remain in good health. It doesn't seem like that has been a problem for me. Thankfully. I really want TwitchCon to not be bad. That is a primary goal of mine, not to be sick at TwitchCon. If I could just, like, manage that, I'll be very happy. We'll see. When am I posting my next Town to City video? Not 100% sure. My editor has already put a lot of work into it. It's already recorded. I think it's good. I just don't know when it's going to be ready. My guess, if I had to give a guess, would be I'll probably release it to everyone on Thursday. I'll probably release it to members early. My hope is that I'm releasing a whole bunch of stuff to members early this time. And Twitch subs and Patreons and all that good stuff. And that is not just because thank you. It's also because I need to have things done before my trip. So yeah. A lot of backlash for it being paid DLC. Hold on, Mr. Rogers Games. I want to know what you're talking about. Do I have an opinion to share or thoughts about bridges and ports? I will have lots of thoughts and opinions. I will be releasing 2 videos. Okay, here's what I will say and what I can share comfortably. I will be releasing 2 videos on the same day about bridges and ports. One video will be basically, I've gone back and forth. I've gone back and forth about whether I want to do bring back the Ultimate Beginner's Guide and do an Ultimate Beginner's Guide video where I go over bridges and ports. I'm probably just going to maybe I'll give YouTube this poll. Just under advisement. Just under advisement. Bridges and ports video. Okay. So the poll that I just put to YouTube is what the bridges and ports video, regular video, should be. Magnolia County, redoing Charity Bay, and I would just completely redo it, 100%. New bridges, new port, passenger ferry, just do everything. Everything that the DLC has to offer, I would cram it into Charity Bay. Option 2, Saguna Beach. The port in Saguna Beach was supposed to be Bridges and Ports DLC. I timed that build for Bridges and Ports. So it's going to be completely ripped out, the whole thing, and redone. And then the other one is reviving the Ultimate Beginner's Guide and doing the port in there. So I'm going to give you guys a couple minutes while I build on this, and you guys can vote, and I'll take it under advisement. I will tell you that the thing that I've been leaning towards is either Magnolia County or the Ultimate Beginner's Guide. But I could be swayed. Could be swayed. Hawk Zero. I see that you just became a member with a gifted sub a little while ago. Hop in the Discord. Early videos this week. This is the right week for it. Can I tell you if the patch fixed CS2 issues? I cannot. For 2 reasons. Number 1, I have been so incredibly burnt out on City Skylines issues that I just literally haven't played the game. And that includes the patch. Like it got to a point, guys. I'm just gonna be completely honest with you. I'm super optimistic most of the time. I just kind of got into a dark spot with the game, and I just needed a break. So I took that break, and that break has been a complete break. It has been the most I've played Cities Skylines 2 in the last while was for the video that I put together. And that was also the most fun I've had. And it was because I straight up ignored the simulation completely. And a way that you can tell that is there was zero industry in that build and zero commercial, and it still worked, which is nutty. Like it shouldn't have worked, but it did. Go back to CS1, Zach. I just can't. I just can't, man. I wish I could. I just can't. CS2 had this amazing quality of sapping the fun out of CS2 or out of CS1 by having some tools that are way better, while also being so bugged in certain ways that it's not fun to play at times. So my hope is that they just figure it out, So I will be taking a look at it over the next week. I'm gonna record my couple of videos, and then I'm gonna get ready for my next videos and give myself a bit of time to formulate an opinion and really try to perfect the builds. But I still won't be able to say anything until whenever the embargo is. So, but do know I will have a full opinion and I will share it. I never am shy about that. Good, bad, or indifferent. We'll see how it goes. I hope they fix it. I'm just going to tell you this. A DLC that's about logistics. Logistics haven't been working. Logistics have to work. Like, for me, like, the game kind of lives and dies by logistics working in a Bridges and Ports DLC. So if it's still jank and terrible, it's not going to be good. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. That's my answer. Sticking to it. Did I get Battlefield 6? I just got home yesterday, so I haven't. But I was talking earlier to Poplar Ponderosa about it, who said he's been playing it with a couple of friends and that it's an awesome game. So I'm very tempted. Which anyone here from Canada who is watching, happy Thanksgiving, and go hang out with your family. Phil, welcome on in. Logistics, yeah, you remember when CS2 was released, you just sat there where all the trucks at? Yeah. So one of the things that I was a little disappointed in when looking at the patch notes or the dev diary is they straight up called out some of those logistics issues and then said, yeah, so about that, that's not going to be fixed. So the ones in particular that they called out, if I recall correctly, mail, they said they basically explained the mail issue, which is cool. It sounds like unsorted mail. Okay. Yeah, mail and tourism. So tourism's a huge issue. Huge issue. Tourism tanks builds. So that one's not fixed. So that sucks. But the big problem with mail is that mail gets collected and wife went to bed, so you ready to watch? Unhinged Wolf, welcome on in. Mail gets collected in your city, and then it's unsorted mail. It needs to be sorted into local mail and global mail. And the Postal Service, the Postal Sorting Center is supposed to do that for you. And if you don't have it, all your mail is supposed to be sent out of town and sorted in the outside world and then brought back by truck to your local mailbox. So generally that should create traffic. It doesn't. And right now there's a strong preference to send it out of town. Apparently that's what happens. So we just had this kind of major issue that leads to a major building not having a purpose. I've kind of debated this with people in the comment section saying like, I don't know, I build this like especially after I added in City Vitals Watch, like people are like, whoa, Well, I see that you have all these issues with mail. Just add this building and it'll fix it. I'm like, it's not doing anything. Like I can add 300 of this building and it just doesn't do anything. And it's because it's bugged and it's not going to be fixed anytime soon. So that's a bummer. But I'm glad they acknowledged it. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see about the other ones. I'm not going to, I'll basically, you know what? I'm going to end the poll on YouTube. 44% say Magnolia County. 31% say Ultimate Beginner's Guide. What that means to me is I will redo Magnolia County. I'm going to do that. I'm just going to take your advice on that. Renee, midnight in your part of Canada? Well, happy Thanksgiving. I'll do Magnolia County, and then I will, in rapid succession, do the Ultimate Beginner's Guide. And kind of just go through it. And kind of just walk through it. How does this game work? Are my followers the NPCs? Yes. Anyone who's in Twitch chat is, if you talk, your message could show up on the screen. But yeah. What's the time length for ads in total? I have no idea. Whatever the amount is to make it not have pre-rolls. Because I think that pre-rolls are brutal. I tune into a stream with a pre-roll, I tune out immediately. Anyway. So yeah, you're the keeper of time. Max of spades. No flowers equals distraction. Cathedral before 10 p.m. 21 minutes from now. There's no chance. I will tell you guys straight up, there is zero chance there's a cathedral before 10. Like, zero. I will shoot for it if you guys want it. I will also say, I think I need to, if I'm not mistaken, I need way more of these citizens. I need to keep them happy. I need to double it. I could do that fairly easily. But the happy part, guys, the happy part, that's the hard part. What do I think of the New York Giants, Cam Scabuto? Scatubo? I have zero thoughts about the New York Giants. I apologize. I didn't realize that New York had football teams outside of the Bills. I was unaware. That's interesting. Yeah, the Bills are a solid team. The other ones. The Giants running back. He had a great Thursday. I'll be honest with you. So this is the first year in a while that I haven't played fantasy. And that has really impacted the number of players that I know that are not on the Packers or players that the Packers are facing. I'm really sad about it, but it just didn't work out this year. So the league that I was in just kind of, we all kind of knew it was done, and that's okay. That happens. I could have luxury providing buildings, prioritize the, oh, no. I don't want them to prioritize. We're just going to build it. We're going to build it quickly. Can anyone tell me when Phil streams? Or is it just whenever he feels like? It has been mostly Fridays. mostly Fridays. However, recently I have not been available. They're adding a couple families in. I could have actually stolen the artisan from the warehouse. Okay. So now we are roses shy of being able to turn this on, as well as lavender. You want chihuahuas in this game? Later on this weekend. Salford Sal, good to see you. Just so you know, Sal, love lurking in your streams. Just cozy streams to lurk in. Appreciate you. I don't say much, but I am there. Shoe guy, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. The kindest weapon. Thank you for the tier 1. Sal for Sal. I just super chill. Appreciate that. 4-horse chick. Thank you for the tier 1. Project Cod. Thank you so much for 3 months of Prime. You wish you could have been a subscriber to me more than this short amount because of my great videos, persona, and honesty. But you've been financially strained with our current economy over the last few years. Hey, I'm gonna say this to anyone who's in here. I appreciate all the support, and also never feel for any streamer, including myself, especially myself. I appreciate the support, but you being here is support enough. I appreciate that. Just know that. Ozmama Bear, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Where should the next farm go, guys? Thanks for that message. I think it's important that everyone knows that. I think it's very important. Always crazy watching the stream on YouTube and the TV and chatting on Twitch and your phone to stay connected. I'm not supposed to read that aloud. It'll get me in trouble. Farm down by the lake. I mean, that would be a nice return to normal. You know what? I think you guys were talking about this lake. I think I'm gonna put it by this lake. So there were 2 spots that I was eyeballing. So I'm just thinking about where things are going to go. So we've talked about the fairgrounds. I think I want the fairgrounds to be right here, which means that the city will spread this way towards the fairgrounds. We'll put the cathedral up here, which means that the city has to spread up this way. So we could have the farm back here, but now we're a long ways away. So right here seems to be fine. The other place that could be fun would be right here. So we could remove these trees and put it down here, kind of behind the train station. Lions are losing. Hold on. That's not right. That's not right. Hold on, guys. I got something fun. Something I really need to do. Really need to do. Gary. Now, Gary, you can multitask. You can know what's happening with the lions in real time, and you can stay with us. That feels good. I shouldn't do that, huh? That is rude, isn't it? That is rude. I'll get rid of that. I'll get rid of that. I mean, I kind of do like seeing it, though, if I'm being completely honest with you. Okay, guys. Back to the series. Why would I prefer the Chiefs to win? Because the Lions are in my division. I'm gonna do 2 polls. Vainglorious, can you ask Mayor's house or behind the station for the farm? And YouTube. Should we keep the score up? There we go. Ooh, this will be fun. 50-50 right now. 50-50 for the farm. On YouTube, I don't even need to continue the poll that long. 17 votes, 81% say keep it up. Keep it up. I'll keep it up until YouTube says not to. It's getting more dominating, or maybe it's holding over 60%. T-Dog, welcome on in. Welcome on in. Wait, where's the nearest granary to the mayor's house? Very far away. They're all very far away. I think the nearest one's way over here. Mad Donda, it's not time to stream. It's the perfect time to stream. Oh, I screwed that up. It's capturing whatever's in that window. Perfect. Well, in that case, I'll end the poll. There you go. Overcharged Egg and several others are on YouTube and are still doing quite a bit of CS1 content on Twitch. Can you browse for all the streamers of particular games so you can see if anyone else is doing new content? Oh. You're asking about CS1 content? Yeah. I'm going to tell you guys, I will probably never make another CS1 video. I tried to make Nikolay Bay and my settings were just so jacked. I just was struggling. And I just don't want to make another series basically on it. So yeah, I have 2 hopes. Mayor's house is where we get the farm. I got 2 hopes. One hope is that Cities figures it out and everything is great. Hope 2, someone else makes an excellent city building game and I just love it. I don't know what'll happen. We'll see. I don't really much care whichever way it happens. I think that I'm a fan of the genre. I want the genre to do well. But yes, there are many great creators. I think if I were going to recommend anyone doing Cities 1 content, I absolutely adore Overcharged Egg. Overcharged Egg is an amazing human being, and someone that I, like as a creator, I really look up to. So I would say go check out Egg's content. You could not do better. Quality content. The other one, I feel bad saying them all the time. $2.20 is still doing some really excellent stuff in Cities 1. You guys don't need me. You guys don't need me. There's lots of great people doing Cities 1 stuff. That's how you found me? We're all amazing? We need me, but not in Cities 2? Well, Listen, if anything, if I've learned anything over the last little while, it's that I really enjoy variety, and I don't think that's leaving the channel ever again. But yeah, I think I've played more games over the last couple of months than I have in years, and it's been very good for me personally. I've really enjoyed it. And the channel, in case any of you guys are wondering, like I've seen people, I read a comment that kind of disturbed me that said, the channel grew on the back of City's content. Everyone expects it. The City's community expects it. I've betrayed the City's community. And I don't agree with that. I'm just kind of doing what works for me, and what people are responding to. And the channel's been healthier over the last couple of months than it has been in the last year. So yeah. You wouldn't have picked up Town to City if it wasn't for me, so you appreciate the variety? Appreciate that. Flybox is good too. I made you love City Skylines. And listen, all that content's still there. Like all the old stuff is still there. There's a lot of it. Hundreds of videos of the old content that I'm really proud of still to this day. But I think variety is the spice of life, and diversifying a YouTube channel is very smart. And for me personally, and my sanity, playing multiple games is a good thing. You love CS content, but you would love content just as much if it were just Tropico, Mandalores, and Town to City. You could also never go back to CS1. It's just not as enjoyable anymore. Lane, that's exactly how I feel. It sucks that I feel that way. Like, but I've explained this before, and I think a lot of other people feel this way. It's like the first time. I've had this feeling twice before in my life. The first time I played Super Mario World, I didn't have an SNES, and I remember going to the Piggly Wiggly, which rented video games with my parents, and just renting it anyway and jamming it into my NES only for it not to fit, and then crying because I desperately wanted to play it, and there was just no way for me to play it. And I knew I was not going to be getting an SNES anytime soon. And my cousins got one, and every time I went there, someone was playing. I couldn't play it. I just desperately wanted to. And then I got it. And once I got it, I never wanted to play any of the Mario games on the NES ever again. Ever again is kind of a stretch. I played them again once they were on the SNES because they looked better. And it's kind of like that. Same thing with Mario 64. Once I played that, I didn't want to play. I didn't want to play with my SNES anymore. Same deal. Just the advancements were that big. The problem with Skylines is that it's bugged. Nintendo doesn't release bugged games. So yeah. And it's one thing, an early access game, like this is an early access game. It also like doesn't really have that many bugs. And the bugs are dumb. It's like text overruns, you know? And then it's missing stuff, and that's fine. Just it's one of those things, you know? CS2 is so broken. Yeah, it's broken in a variety of ways. And it just needed to not be broken to want to play. But even if it were working perfectly, it's just kind of, it's changed me as a creator. You know, and I think that there are a lot of people who have been doing variety stuff, and they're just doing it the right way. It's the smart way of doing it for your own sanity, and just for the growth of a channel, and for just happiness in general. I think it's just smarter. So yeah. As someone who reverse engineers in Nintendo games for fun, Nintendo does release buggy games? Really, Phil? Okay. No doubt. No doubt. They're probably buggy. But they are, my guess is they are buggy in ways that are less apparent to the end user. Perhaps that is the way of describing it. And I have no idea if that is true. Ignore the numbers. It's just a random number of bits you have left. You love the variety. I got you into CS content and opened you up to so many other streamers. But for the moment, it's stale and you enjoy my content across the board. Thanks for being a good person and pushing yourself to create interesting content with whatever you touch. Ace on board. Thank you for the biddies. Appreciate that. And thank you for the kind words. Like, seriously. That is a part of it too. I feel like I started creating content that was forced and frustrated. And there are some creators out there who just like I feel like anyone who just likes painting a city hasn't gotten there, and that's great. And I'm happy for them. Thrilled for them. Unfortunately, that's not me. So I appreciate you sticking with me. Really do. Yeah. Just not me, unfortunately. So I have decided to create kind of like a barn area. I'm not sure how I want this all to line up. Maybe like this. Realized over there it was just too far. I don't know where the farm all goes. So maybe this will be their backyard, and then we'll bring it in. And then wrap this around here. I struggle with knowing how big this is actually going to be. We'll see. Yo, there's pets in this game. Makes so much better. Yeah. Chihuahua lover, you're going to love the next update. Well, actually, there's not the next update. The next update's Halloween. The update after that is animals. Speaking of Halloween, my costume got in the mail today. I just got my costume in the mail today. Maybe during a stream later on this month, I'll whip out my King DDD. It's kind of an amazing costume. My wife knocked it out of the park. She picked it out for me. She was like, "You're gonna do this," and you know what? Solid. Whoa! We've got Revo in here. Good to see you, buddy. Talk a little bit later, buddy. Am I gonna put it on? I could. Yeah, I tell you what, we'll have another night stream. Closer to, let me think. We'll have a night stream on the 30th. And on the 30th, I'll wear my costume for the entire stream. Okay, I'm not going to say the entire stream. It's going to get so hot. But that'll be post bridges and ports. We'll bring some port. We'll tinker with ports, and I'll be the King DDD. It'll be fun. Yeah, I won't. Wait. The 30th is Vainglorious's birthday. Yes, I will wear it for your birthday. And the promise I will not make is I won't promise to wear it the entire stream. Whoa, adverts upon us. I apologize, guys. I apologize. You will hold me to this. Good. By the way, we hit 10 o'clock, and guess what has not been done? And are you guys surprised? Because I am not in the slightest. Gotta hit the hay. Canuck, have a good night. And Canuck, happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Consider upgrading the roads with warehouse and granaries and farm. Oh, okay, I will do that. Ace on board, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. Super generous. Planksta, 1 year. Ace on board though, for real. That is super generous of you. Appreciate the biddies. Appreciate the gifted subs. JPM, thank you for the 22 months of tier 1. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Appreciate you. Cairo, thank you so much for the prime. You guys are super generous. Appreciate you all. How long will I stay live? I will be honest, I have not really given it much thought. Well, I guess the real question is, how much do you guys want me to record Manor Lords tomorrow? Because if I'm up too late, then that won't happen. I guess I figured I'd be up for at least another 2 hours. Probably forever. You'd like me to stay live forever? That would be a... I do kind of owe you guys a subathon at some point. I promise that. And then I just kind of stopped talking about it. Like any good streamer does. But I am streaming on Twitch 3 times this week, which... Because I figure there's going to be a booth at TwitchCon that I can stream from. And if I can't do that, I will have a partial setup where I can do some stuff. So yeah. Greetings from Middleton. What's the beer of choice tonight? New Glarus. And I didn't pick it. That was what chat picked. Hope everything is well on the other side of Mendota. You do want Manor Lords? Manor Lords is coming no matter what. I'll just sleep in if I have to. And I'll tell you what, I've slept more in the good thing about vacation, I just haven't really slept this well in a while. Normally, I think I talked to Revo about this a little bit. I'm like I'm probably a solid 5.5, 6 hours a night guy. And on vacation, it was probably all of the margaritas. But 8 hours a night, every night. Good sleep scores. According to Apple. Which, Apple's full of crap. Maybe it was actually bad. But they made me feel good by telling me that I was sleeping well. You can't function on less than 8, Urban Loon. I can't get 8 most of the time. I just have never been able to. I wish that I could. Honestly, it's probably my creator superpower that I just can't sleep. Because most people wouldn't be able to stream until midnight and then wake up at 7 and go and be a functional human being. But I have no problem with that. That is like a normal thing for me. I do not recommend it. It's not good. I understand it's not a healthy thing. It's also all I can do. You get like 90 scores from Apple and you feel great. You got 70 the other day, you felt bad. Glitch, I had the only time I got a 70, I got a 70 the day before the trip. And that was because I only got to sleep for 4 hours. And I got a 70. But I normally hit 90. And my wife, she has a Garmin watch, so it's a little bit different. But she's constantly amazed that I'm like, I fall asleep and I immediately go into deep sleep and REM like the entire night. Usually it's 2/3 REM and deep sleep. Very little light sleep. So I think if there's any reason why that happens, that's probably it. Falling asleep fast would be a blessing. I was the exact same way where I couldn't fall asleep fast. And what fixed it for me was just listening to my body. There were just so many times where my body would say it's not time to sleep. Listen, my body wasn't ready. And if you're not going to listen to your body, and when it's telling you that it's ready to go to sleep, you're going to have problems. That's what it comes down to. When it's ready, you're ready. And then you can fall asleep. And that's at least in my experience. Your dreams are lucid and you think you're awake. I have some like that and they are terrible. Most of the time my dreams are insane though. Most recently, I actually told my wife about this one. My grandpa that died at this point 8 years ago called up and he said, "Why haven't you been visiting?" And I was like, "Well, Grandpa, it's because you died. I'd love to visit you, but you've been gone for 8 years now." And he said, "Well, guess what? I'm back." And it wasn't scary. It was just like, nice. I'm excited about that. And I went to his house and we enjoyed Thanksgiving. That was the whole dream. And that was like, I thought it was real in the dream. Obviously it's not, but that was pleasant for me. That is the kinds of dreams I have that are just kind of nonsensical, but sometimes pleasant. What if my body wants to keep going? I just let it. I just stay awake. That's a beautiful dream. I think it is. I feel like the best, like if I get to visit a family member that passed in a dream and it's not scary, it's like a positive thing, and you get to just chit chat about benign things. Can you really do better than that? I don't think you can. It was like the opportunity to just like hang out and visit for a while. You'd be so brokenhearted the next morning? I felt warm the next morning. Like it just felt like I woke up knowing it was just, I mean, obviously not real. But I hadn't really like you think about your family members who have passed. I don't know how often you guys do. It goes in like, depends on the time of year. But I hadn't really thought about my grandpa for a while. And he was someone that like, as a kid, I'll keep it 100 with you guys. My grandpa scared the living crap out of me. He's a military guy and he didn't have a lot of patience for kids. And for a brief window of time, I lived with him and he had a booming voice. And he was very stern and he didn't have a lot of patience for shenanigans. And, I think, you know, my mom had me when she was very young and that like made him like step up as more that father figure. And, as a result, he kind of gave it to me like he would have given it to his kids. But as an adult, I felt like when I started doing things that he like respected, I could feel it. And it was good. He like gave me a lot of advice, like about being a planner, even like pursuing government service because it's something that he always believed in. It's good. And so like seeing him again, I see that as nothing but positive. I wish that my kids could have got to know him because he was a very positive person in my life, but being able to see him in a dream, nothing but good things. No, Army. He actually was, I think, stationed out in Colorado, which is something that I learned after we moved there, which is pretty cool. No, Air Force actually then, I guess. That makes more sense. He never really talked about it. Grandpa was in the Air Force? Yeah, my uncle was in the Marines. But my grandpa I spent Air Force. I know he was a mechanic, but like I said, not something he really talked a lot about. You're in Colorado? I was in Colorado. That's where I went to grad school. Lovely, lovely state. Lovely state. If I weren't here, I'd be there. Or Arizona. I could see Arizona. RCE would appreciate the placement of those bushes. I like to start with the strongest shape and work my way down. Northern Arizona. Oh yeah, yeah. For sure. I could see, I mean, could you really do better than like Sedona or Flagstaff? Proximity to a bunch of national parks. Decent weather. I mean, pretty great places. Pretty great places. Wouldn't mind. Your dirty mind can't take this. I'm gonna make it worse and worse and worse. You used to live in northern Arizona. It's beautiful, but the people not so much. I guess I didn't really get to meet the people at all. I only know one person. During the pandemic, someone that I used to work with moved to gosh, where was it? Oh, I'll take the Lions score down now. Sorry, Lions. I can't think of it. I can't think of it. Somewhere in northern Arizona. And they couldn't be happier to leave. When I spoke with them, they like, for them it was getting back to nature, you know. They were from Wisconsin, but they really enjoyed their time years ago in Arizona. And then because they had spent so much time there, their kids moved there. So yeah. You're unionizing and going on strike for higher pay and more vacation time? Listen. I've given many of you so much vacation time you don't know what to do with yourselves because I haven't given you jobs. Isn't that good enough? I'm allowing you to live in the community without a job and have a nice house. There's a few of you. There's a few of you. And many toddlers. You have family in Arizona, New York, and Minnesota? I've not been to New York. Never been to the Northeast at all. I need to. I feel it's kind of a blind spot for me. It's basically, I think the only place in the country I have spent zero time is, I guess not the only place, but a place that I definitely haven't spent any time. I hope they add the option in the future to get rid of the grass sprites because they kind of drive me crazy. You can do it with the dry grass, but then it looks like dirt. You're going to the Midwest for the first time for the ASCP conference in Minneapolis. I only know what ASCP is because of my wife. You're a lab tech, or in that profession. It's a good field. I get all the flyers in the mail. I can turn off the grass in graphics settings, but then I lose it everywhere. And that feels a shame. That feels a bit of a shame. I shouldn't have to. Shouldn't have to, yeah. Oh, ACSP. I read that wrong. The Association of Collegiate Schools of Planning. Yes, I know all about that. I know all about that. Well, very cool. Very, very, very cool. My biggest regret as a planner was that I have the only planning conference I've ever gone to is APA Wisconsin. I was supposed to go to nationals for APA, the American Planning Association. Obviously, I wouldn't get to go to that collegiate one, not in academia. But that was COVID times. I was supposed to go to Houston. Had everything booked. And then it was virtual, which was fine. Happy to have that to get my credits in. Have there been any moments in planning where I wanted to scream in someone's face? So I think you are thinking a constituent. To that, I would say no. I think to be a planner, you have to have a lot of empathy and understand that most of the time, people are, especially when people are afraid or yelling at you, it's probably because in the U.S., we've been taught that your home is an investment. Your home is not an investment. Your home is a home. But if you look at it as an investment and you think that things are going to be built around your home that are going to tank your investment, it's pretty scary. So I try to assume that people are coming from a good place, and as a result, it's easier then not to be upset with them. When I have wanted to yell at people, it's generally an elected official that should know better, who starts grandstanding or attacking someone who is not elected, which I've seen happen too many times. Don't attack the city clerk. Don't attack the city attorney. Don't attack the city planner. They're just doing their job. The whole purpose of them existing is to provide expert advice, and the city hires them for that. That is the only time that I've wanted to yell at someone. And there have been a couple of times where I've had an official that is just like gotten belligerent towards a city staffer, and that has upset me. Yeah. And I've been that staffer where it's like, planner, why don't you want to let this person do this thing that is clearly against the ordinance that I didn't pass and that I can't change? Why won't I let them violate it? Because it's not within my purview to do so. The only way that I could do that is if you pass a rule. And if you're not going to pass the rule, don't complain to me that the rule exists. Like, that's your problem, not mine. So that is when I've been upset. Yeah, that is the only time that I've wanted to yell at somebody. So if you ever become an elected official and do that, shame on you. Don't do that. Dumb to try to convince people that property tax is theft. Oh, that's another thing. Yeah. Anyone who says that tax is theft, that's another, like, you don't make me want to yell at you, but you make me want to argue with you. Like, and it all ends up being like, oh, property taxes for things that you don't like are theft. Okay, well, then elect people who are going to vote the way that you want. But ultimately, there are many things that need to be paid for that you're not going to like. But There are lots of things that other people pay for that they don't necessarily like. That's the way a civil society works. You pay for things you don't like. But we all have a society where things make sense. Many politicians don't listen at the national level, absolutely. But at the local level, your local elected officials' biggest flaw is that they do listen. They listen to everybody all the time. And you can find, I promise you, if you take the time to get to know your local elected official, you will find an alderman, a county commissioner, a mayor even, who will listen to you and take you seriously if you talk to them in a respectful way, even if you are unreasonable. So yeah. Yes, I will do that. I appreciate you for the reminder. I really appreciate that. I needed that. Okay, let's spend some points. Get a lot banked. I'm going to go for this big one. Just because we can. I don't know where I want to use that yet. And better boots. I'm going to try to work my way this way. We can't unlock the cathedral yet. So yeah. Pagan Scorpio, you see you? You use the gate to the rich part of town in your city. Oh, that would have worked. I have planned this poorly. Man, Glorious, your ISP is not being nice tonight. Please tell me you don't have Spectrum. And if you do have it, I'm guessing it's not your choice. This Matterlords mod looks legit. Super complete. You want to pay more for schools and healthcare, but not to private institutions? Yeah, that's a tough one. I mean, so I don't know what country you live in. If you live in the US, a big issue is that healthcare is private most of the time. So like at the local level, I've been in some of these meetings, and the only healthcare that you can actually influence at the local level is, oh, that was not what I wanted to do. Pretty straight line though. Kind of impressed. I meant to do the line tool. The city that I worked for opened up a clinic for its employees with the insurance that we had, which is super cool. And it was supposed to be a way to demonstrate, Canuck, good to see you. It was supposed to be a way to demonstrate to everyone else how it could be done. Did it work? I don't know. But it was a good effort. We need more services for these folks. I could do stalls, but I kind of want to save these stalls. Like we have the puppet theater, and I'm probably going to move that even. Because I don't think that this is the right. In fact, I'll do that right away. Because I want to bring all of those to the fairgrounds. Cheese, fish. We'll go with fruit. I know. Toddlers rise up. Okay. We'll go relatively relatively quickly with a couple of things. I feel like the shoemaker and the hatter would fit right here. So I'll give a bit of space. And then place those side by side. That'll meet the luxury needs of all of these folks. And I might need to shift some people around because we have a lot of I don't know I don't know that we have the right residents for this, basically. We're also missing cotton, which I can easily fix. This might seem nonsensical. Don't worry about it, guys. Don't worry about it. We're just making things happen. Really enjoying the peaceful music in this game so far? Yeah. So good. So good. How's the late night stream going? Great. It's funny. When I stream during the day for me, I really like it. But then when I stream at night, I really like that too. It feels so. It kind of feels to me like this is like the time I should be streaming. Like it's like the right time to stream. But yeah, I don't know. Music's great, but at this hour, perhaps too calming. You need guitar riffs and drum solos. Joe, you love fiber optic, but living pretty rural makes it almost impossible. You know what's funny about that? So I've gone back and forth about where I want my office to be. Because I was, like right now I'm in an office building. It's fine. It's not ideal in many ways. And I think that when my lease is up, I'm definitely leaving it. So I looked and there was this random place out in the middle of nowhere. And I just was like, just for kicks and giggles, I was like, you know what? I'm going to look at it and see. The internet's a deal breaker. And I joked about Spectrum, but they offered 1 gig fiber out in the middle of nowhere. And near where I live, they don't offer 1 gig. So I don't know if that's like a new thing that they are starting to offer fiber out in rural areas. If that's part of like I know the rural broadband initiatives, at least near where I live, we're like a thing that never really took off where they were supposed to. There was money out there. Now maybe they are. Don't know. You always get Starlink? Yeah, but then you're making a deal with the devil. And again, if you have no other options, I get it. I get it. No judgment. Judgment-free zone here. But yeah. Oh, shoot. Did not mean to go with all the same house. Just got fiber in an exurb. I feel like a lot of the newer areas are getting it by default, and retrofitting it in is a lot more challenging. And a lot of places are hoping that 5G is good enough. And truth be told, maybe it will be. I don't really know. Um, I think I've mentioned this. I have a home internet backup plan through T-Mobile. That's 5G, and it's honestly kind of amazing the speeds I get from it. It's like it's my in-laws have Starlink and my 5G is faster. So yeah. Yeah, hotspot. Yeah. "5G towers are everywhere in the boonies." Yeah. Finding a clear track for fiber run isn't as easy as it is for cable. So I've talked to my brother-in-law a lot about this because they live out on a farm, the Cranberry Marsh. And one of the things that he's mentioned is they actually have had fiber to their road for years. It's just that the company doesn't want to run fiber to their house because that run to the house serves one house. And they said, "We'll run it to your house, but it's going to cost 10 grand." And he's just said, like, he just can't rationalize that cost. That's just way too much. And I totally get it. Like, paying $10,000 to get fiber to your house, regardless of how much you love fiber. You know, like he's come to my house and been like, "Dang, I can't believe you get fiber here. Like like this. Like I can get 5 gig fiber up and down to my house, which is like ridiculous. I don't need that." But it's here. And then for him, he could get 1 gig to his farm if he's willing to pay that money. Crazy. 10 grab it is an extreme amount of cash for the internet. Yeah. For the privilege of having that provider. Every time you get 5G bars on your phone, it slows down. That's probably because it's saturated. From my understanding, I went through this. The American Planning Association put on this 5G thing where they had someone come in and talk about it. And from my understanding, and granted, I'm not an industry professional. If there's anybody in here who is, feel free to correct me. My understanding of it is that the wavelengths are shorter, the distance they travel is shorter, and every tower can cover many fewer people. And as a result, you have to have much higher saturation of 5G towers. So just the presence of it doesn't mean a lot. You have to have more towers if there's a lot more people. So you're talking every 2 or 3 blocks in a very dense urban environment. And one of the things that in Madison we had to do and we came up with was a whole guide on how to deal with and make the towers more attractive because of how many there were going to be. Line of sight is a huge problem. Yeah. They get very much. The other thing is, like, if there's not a direct line of sight or if there are buildings, it just kind of destroys the speeds. So that was one of the reasons why the operators wanted them to be in highly visible locations that were not necessarily the greatest from an aesthetic standpoint, but were great from a coverage standpoint. Can empathize with their desire to have good coverage and also empathize with the city wanting it to be a little bit more discreet, especially since every provider needs their own. 5G has big issues in Norway, which is almost all mountainous, crooked fjords, and deep valleys. Oh, I could see. Wavelength is severely degraded by buildings. In Albuquerque, it sucks. So in my office, they have the 5G towers on top, and my service inside the building is terrible. Like, horrendous. Like, when I leave my Wi-Fi, it basically doesn't work. It'll say I have full coverage and nothing happens. until I leave the building. Once I leave the building, I once again have fine service. I wouldn't say it's great because there's just a lot of stuff around where I am. High density of people. So yeah. Good to live in the Midwest sometimes. It's got its perks. I think it's great to live in a college town a lot of the time. I feel like we get access to stuff that we probably shouldn't, including very good internet service. Honestly, the radio waves are not the greatest for you to be near. I mean, I hear that. I just never know what to believe, especially these days. I feel like everyone's on their own. And of course, when I was talking to the industry professionals, they would say, they're fine. Don't worry about that. They're good. You're good to be by them. It's all good. Don't worry. I'm playing the put everyone where they're happiest game. And this is all in service of having enough employees to staff all these places. Was it UCLA that started the internet? No, Civ 4 taught me it was Al Gore. That's why when you got the internet in Civ 4, it was Al Gore's face. Which ironically, I think he actually did have something to do with it. That was pretty impactful. Don't know the specifics. I was not old enough. You work with radiation. 5G is not going to harm me unless I sit in the transmission tower. Then I might only have girls. I will tell you what. I will avoid going up to the rooftop and sitting in the tower. And then I'm good. I'm gonna believe you. I'm gonna believe you. Kraka. And yes, I know the prediction, the 10 o'clock prediction is looking super good at this point. Guys killed it on that one. Oh my goodness. We're going to have all artisans working at the warehouse just so I can have townsfolk working at the post office and the clothing store. Gore pushed legislation that would have expanded the ARPANET that eventually led to the internet for the public. There we go. I feel like Civ should have explained that better. Have I unlocked the Cheesecake Factory? Steel Airship, are you messing with me? Is the Cheesecake Factory a thing in this game? Because if it is, that's amazing. And I want to unlock it. Would you look at that? A perfect equilibrium and no unhappy bougie bougie folks. So let's upset the apple cart real quick. Unhinged Wolf, Accordions, Dutterville, Ortelli, Lazy Operation, Salford Sal, High Jump, Solaric. You guys are all going to become bougie. Welcome to your bougie homes. Accordions, I hope you enjoy that. Now we get... This is exciting. This is exciting. Actually, we're not going to do that yet. Everything's breaking. I got to fix a couple of things. Let's just, we'll get these things fixed. And then after that, we'll upgrade the city. You want to be rural. Oh my goodness. Everything is broken, guys. This is crazy. Oh my goodness. If I put you back in the clock tower. Steve, good to see you. Good win today. Steve, you're also a Badger fan, though, so I know that you had a rough time, and I apologize for that. Broken town planning with Phil Never? Exactly. We're always good here. You watched the Brewers instead? Good plan. Then you were very happy. So back in the day when I was a baseball fan, I wouldn't consider myself a baseball fan anymore. It's been, I would be a fair weather bandwagon fan. My two favorite teams were the Dodgers and the Brewers. So I feel really conflicted. Okay. You did make it to a live stream again. Heck yeah, thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. You both hate and love the clock tower. You saw your message, you can see it again. Boo, hiss, Dodgers. Do I ever watch hockey? I don't. I'll be honest. I'm basically a two-sport guy. I like basketball a ton, and I like football a lot. And I just have never really gotten into anything else. Do you guys see the issue? All the demand in the world for this warehouse, which I made a small warehouse like a fool. I'm wondering if I do this. So what I just did by connecting this, I've added different paths to try to make this warehouse more desirable for some of these other businesses. And now I don't have to build a warehouse. I can just staff this one and just like shuffle things around a bit. It's having a good transportation network. That's all it is. No self-deprecation? For me or for someone else? The name of the game, Town to City. I want to know. That's your first words. Mixed South. Mixed South. I desperately want to know what that means. You found a cheap refurbished one as long as the chips weren't burnt out from crypto mining. Oh, Joe, find a graphics card. Yes. As far as city building games go, this is one of the coziest. The Waywards, I completely agree. Completely agree. Crosszilla, thank you for 18 months. Groovy, we are cool. Thank you for the prime. Dovey, thank you for the prime. Dragum, thank you for 14 months. Appreciate you. The Planks, thank you for a year. Ace on board again. Thank you for those biddies. Super, or for the biddies and the gifted subs. Appreciate you. You are bellotring and watching. Bello. You know what I mean. UZ. Lou Burrito, you're having fun with this game? I appreciate it. Listen, I only play things that I think are fun. So I appreciate you guys following me around when I play things like this. It certainly hearing that kind of positive feedback gives me the confidence to continue experimenting. So I like that. Appreciate that. RB, thank you for the follow. Is it worth buying now, even if this is still early access, if you already completed the demo? Yes. This game, listen, not only have they provided a very clear roadmap, which so many games don't do. So many games will just be like, trust me, bro. Trust me. We'll leave early access someday. This one gives a clear path to actually leaving early access. And I don't know. I'm a little curious how the rest of you feel about this. I feel like if they would not have released this as an early access title, if they would have just said, listen, we're going to remove that third city and remove a bunch of stuff, and then just added stuff as extra features down the line and fixed a couple of issues, I feel like they could have released this as a full game and most people would have been none the wiser. It's very close. There's enough content here that most people would be happy. I think it's well worth the cost of admittance at this point. Absolute gem, yeah. I think that this is one of the more fun games that I've played in a while. Gosh, did it again. Did it again. And by it, I mean placed the same color house. I forgot to randomize. So that's the kind of thing that I find in this game where it's like little irritations where it's like, oh, I hope they fix that. And then in some cases they do. Like they've been really responsive. Like one of the irritations was at one point you couldn't rotate the square brush tool, and they fixed it like super fast. Super fast. I'm not going to decorate this area a ton right now, but I want to try to make this family a little less unhappy that I moved them out of the farm. So I guess I'll put it this way. The kinds of things that I could see improving in the game right now are they're still adding maps. That's a thing. When you play in the campaign mode, it kind of, there's like a third city that you're supposed to be able to go to. I think they could add even more of those. They've talked about people wanting terraforming and bridges. I could see them adding that. Animals are a thing that's on the roadmap. Procedural map would be sick. I see no reason why they couldn't, short of it not being in the scope of the game. But yeah, I don't know. To me, it feels like there's many things that they could do. We'll just have to see. what they actually end up doing. But the game right now is it's good enough that if you got it and they never did anything else, I don't think you'd be sad. I think it's a good game right now. I'll go a bit further than that. I think it's a great game right now. I think it's a lot of fun. I have not gotten bored with it yet. It's really relaxing. More house types. So I think that when they add the additional cities, that's when we get more house types. So yeah. Gotta go, Joe. Have a good night. Thank you for being here. Have a good night. Thank you for being here again. I'm gonna open up a second one, and it's gonna be the Oktoberfest. I am warm, and this is the only beverage that I have. So we'll see if the Oktoberfest is any good. You made a $400 rig right before the one you have now. It was a POS, but there were warranties. Great thing about making your own rig is that you can upgrade it then. You understand it. Ports and boats would be cool. You would like bridges and ports is what you're saying? You'd like to see a bridges and ports DLC in this game? That would be funny. QZ, your internet doesn't want you to watch. You and Vainglorious both. Kind of silly, but you would love to have a farm with orchards. I could honestly see them doing that. That seems super on point. And palm trees, that I could see them adding 4 palm trees. Yeah, I could see that. Furthest frontier before bridges. Bridges and ports. Gotta check it out. Furthest Frontier is a great game. Like, we played that for a while. Legitimately, phenomenal game. Give me 1 second. I gotta check one thing. Dang it. I am a 3D printing novice. And I'm trying to figure out what I'm screwing up on. I do have a comment pinned to the screen. I get 4 palm trees and $20 house pack. Or 20 house pack. That sounds like a good deal. Definitely not something that I would say a bunch of negative things about in a video. You think fishing would be neat? I agree. It feels like you could just... So for anyone who doesn't know, the way that this game works with props, we're going to upgrade the city in a second. I'm going to add a couple of props just to demonstrate this. So if I add this bench here, people will actually interact with it. They'll come up and they'll sit down and they will take in the sights of the area. So it feels like I could have a fishing pier and people would come up and actually use it. And the mechanic's already in the game. It's one of the coolest things about the game. I feel like, I mean, this is the exact same way that Foundation works. And it's just kind of a no-brainer that this is like, if you place a prop like this, the desired functionality in a game like this is that people actually interact with it. It doesn't seem like it's asking all that much. And I want you guys to think about it. In Skylines 2, for all of you detailers out there, if you could place a bench and people would actually park in it, think about how much happier you would be. Like, it would just make places feel done, complete. Like it actually had a purpose, the choice that you made to do that thing. Yeah, huge W. Be a huge W. how much life's small details like that put in the game. Yeah, like I'd say that's one of my bigger issues. Is that it just kind of feels like the reason why I could never be a detailer, like I could never be an honest detailer, is that I just can't make these places. Like so much of planning, like as a planner, you talk about making great urban spaces that people want to interact with, that people want to do things and where life happens. That is the essence of urban planning. Making places that people want to be in, that things happen in. And the problem with city skylines too is that those places cannot be made. Specifically because the game does not allow it, because it doesn't facilitate it. And that's not a City Skylines 2 thing. That is a City Skylines thing. Like the series itself has not prioritized that, be it beaches that don't function, or you just in general, like things like that. And I hope that at some point they figure that out, because it's a small detail that goes a long ways, and it doesn't feel like it'd be that hard to figure out, because there are already benches that people sit on. But it's like a thing. It's like a big thing. You spent countless hours detailing in this game that makes you so happy to see the villagers interacting with stuff at all, even when there isn't pathing. Yeah, that's the other thing. The pathing, like, you don't even have to have pathing. They'll walk up to a bench that's out in the field, and they'll go sit down. Like, James, go sit on a bench. Makes me want to just speed up and see who's going to sit down. Actually, no one's going to sit down because it's 5:30 at night. They're all scurrying home, as they should, for the evening. You were amazed when they walked in a hedge maze that you made? Yes. I just made my first hedge maze. Super cool. You saw a farmer interact with the doghouse? Yeah. All those little things. Plus, I can't think of any right now. There are little things. And of course, can't think of any right now. That when you touch them, they... like that. Little things where if you touch it, you'll see little cool things like that. Super cool. Love that. Love that so much. Butterflies from the bush. Yeah. Like that's just in my mind, that's thoughtful design. Give you the opportunity to create more life. Give you the opportunity to interact with the things that you're building. Ultimately, especially in a game where, you know, like let's call a spade a spade. Is there a purpose in this game? Like you're just kind of like doing creative things for the sake of doing it. You're building because it's fun. You kind of need those little touches. Is the Discord usually as inactive as it is? Which Discord? Mine? Is my Discord inactive right now? It might be. I have not been super active in it. I've been out of the country. Yes, mine. I'd say probably. I'd say it's probably not. Whenever I'm not very active, it's probably not very active, and I've not been very active. It was more active when I was more active in it, but I've taken most of my Discord time and brought it to Twitch, so that has not been a good thing for Discord. But yeah, there's also a lot of different areas in the Discord. If you're talking about City Hall's been dead over the last little while. But whenever I hop in, like usually then it gets a little bit more active. I just have not been able to in the last little while. Also, I feel like in a community that has really been built around Skylines, not a lot of news there has made things a little bit quieter. Oh, general in the CS1? I mean, general is general. General, it gets hopping and then it slows down. CS1, I had no idea. Do the buildings evolve, or is it a medieval builder? So you can level up the buildings. Like these buildings, like you could start from this building and make it 3 stories tall, and then upgrade it, a couple of different times, two times. But yeah, I don't know. Beyond that, no. It's not going to become a modern building. Like it's solidly 19th century. So 1800s is the area that they're going for with this game. Let's upgrade. Let's do it. Yeah, not medieval. But we get to build a gigantic train station. This is clearly the largest building in our town. Okay. Yeah, the difference is only about 800 years. But yeah, we're here we are. We're doing it. Not Andy Skibba. Thank you for a year of Prime. Appreciate you. Crosszilla, I think I got you before, but 18 months of tier 1. Thank you so much. YouTube, I missed a couple of things. Vox, thank you for the super chat. So nice to see you live. Have I always planned to become a YouTuber? Do I still work as a planner? Happy Thanksgiving in Canada. Vox, I had 0 plans of becoming a YouTuber. It was an accident. Super cool though. Really enjoy it. I'm not still a planner because being a YouTuber and a planner are very difficult to do together. Basically, people found out I was a YouTuber as a planner. Filled up meetings. Appreciate you guys. And I genuinely mean that. Like it was very flattering. And the other issue was people showing up at public meetings and recognizing me. Not necessarily a good thing. Not compatible careers, I'd say. So no. But I was most recently the City of Madison's transportation planner. Mr. Bully, greetings from your sister city of Madison, Alabama. The Huntsville Havoc hit the home ice on October 24th versus the Pensacola Ice Flyers. Yes, hockey in the South. Did Paradox drop CS2 Medieval expansion pack? Depends on how you view the Dutch pack. I've seen people like, if you guys haven't seen Infrastructurist's most recent build, my goodness, just sick. So yes, if you mean this, then no. Justin Chapman says America. Thank you for the super chat. Back in America from Mexico, where it was very nice as well. Everyone's very nice, very kind. But wait, is it gonna be old town pack coming with both European and American buildings? That is okay, for CS2, I know what you're talking about, and I'm gonna tell you. I found the information released to be a bit confusing, and I found that whole article I know that some people viewed it very positively. I viewed it less positively, I think, than other people. Hence my frustrated sounding video, because I was frustrated. I feel like they told us about something without really telling us about something. I don't really know what's going on with that pack. I guess it sounds like it's going to be European and North American. We don't know if it'll be free or paid. Don't really know anything about it outside of that it will be coming. And then it looks like they're working on it now. So I don't know. We'll see. Cool to have info though. Cool to have info. I feel both like I'm being a jerk for being frustrated because I've desperately wanted info, and then they give us info and it's like, I'm crabby. So maybe I'm also being a jerk. I don't know. The road is driving you nuts. Same. I know. What am I talking about? CS2 or something? Yeah, there was a dev diary that was released a bit ago where they basically talked about there being another pack that they're working on with some old town buildings. Couldn't really tell from the images that we got exactly what we were looking at, but they confirmed that it's being worked on, which is cool. I'm glad they're working on things. I'm glad that they're... My frustrations were not that they're working on things. It was... dang it. It was really that... it felt like they were giving us information about things that maybe we didn't care about and not talking about the things that most people do care about, which is a choice. One that I disagree with. I'm going to call that good. It gets a little narrow right here, and I know that it's bothering some of you as much as it's bothering me. But also to fix it is going to be a mess. And I ultimately want to get to the actual main attractions. And it's already 11. So, ooh. Famous actors. Spread the news. Grandiose tower. Bank upgrade. Stronger alcohol. Boy, that's great. There's some good ones here. Mayor's statue. We are going to get the cathedral. It's the first thing I want to get. We're just going to crank for a minute. And Mage, thank you for the kind words. Appreciate you for viewing it. Wisco Steve, I agree. I'm the reason you started this game. I'm sorry and you're welcome. Hold on. Work harder or smarter. Let's upgrade a little bit. I'm evicting the farmers. I keep getting farmers and people who want to live near farm stuff. They've got to leave. Yeah, I want someone who wants to live near a bar. Did I see the end of the drama at the Lions? I did not. Denver, good to see you. Denver also. Check out the next Master Plan music album, which should be out soon. All about Denver. Denver references anyway. Town looks nice, like our detailed farm. Appreciate you. Thank you. I'm just messing around. Go with the stronger alcohol. It pleases everyone, where the cathedral really only is only really beneficial for the artisan houses. I'll tell you what, I'll do both. I just want to build the cathedral. I want to build it right here, kind of overlooking the town. I think it would be really a cool view. You're right here. And as you look in, maybe the best way. Come into town. Finish with a fist fight. That is nice. I want to see the cathedral right there. I think that would be a really cool view. I wonder what goes up there behind it. So yeah, cathedral right there. And then up here we have our farm. So enjoy being a toddler. Yes, super cathedral. And then we build our cathedral sleigh. We build our fairgrounds right here. So yeah, that's the game plan. So we're almost there. Almost there. But after cathedral, stronger alcohol is really cheap. That is awesome. Chat. 650 research. You guys have to yell at me. You got to yell at me, because I will forget. Yeah, strong alcohol is super cheap. It's cheaper than a lot of the other things. So I'm into that. Yes, yell. If you guys don't yell at me, I'll be very disappointed. I'm missing it. What am I missing? What am I looking at? Live on frequency. Thank you for the prime. Pimp Strats. Thank you for the emote only chat. Is that what you want? You think I'm missing it right now? No. We're getting this. We're gonna go to church, and then at church, while we're at church, I want you to yell at me to get the stronger booze. I will leave our church building and proceed to getting stronger alcohol. Priorities. There we go. Now, what are they going to consider this? A special building or a city service? Holy cow. Oh. They're messing with me. We don't have enough money for this. Well, now we need the stronger booze. That's frustrating. I feel like they should gate the cathedral behind the increased vault size, or have the increased vault size up here, because now we have the cathedral and we can't build it because we don't have enough money, but we are making plenty of money. We can afford it. Mage, thank you for the 10 gifted subs. Appreciate you. Jonesy, thank you for the prime. Live on frequency again. Thank you for the prime. Game name. This is Town to City. That is probably the sort of thing that'll be worked out when it's not in early access. I was absolutely baited into the cathedral only to not be able to build it. Oh my goodness. You made the same mistake? Oh my goodness. Well, Mage, thank you again for the 10 gifted subs. It's super generous of you. Super generous. Anyone who got gifted subs? Well, this is the right week. There will be a bunch of videos going up that you'll get access to before anyone else, which is something that I like to do to people who have Okay, that's the wrong phrasing. I don't like to do things to people. It's something I like to offer as a channel perk. So I like to make sure that I've got a video out there. Doesn't always happen, but this week it'll happen a lot. Wisco Steve. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Appreciate you, buddy. Cosmic Cloud, thank you for the prime. Appreciate you. So anyone who just got those, there is a tropical video. It does go live for everyone tomorrow. But there's also a town to city video that's almost done. Almost done. You might get that tomorrow. Then Manor Lords, you will definitely get that before everyone else. And then I don't really know what comes after that, if I'm being honest with you. I gotta look at the schedule. Yeah. So now we need to wait for booze until we get the new vault. Indeed. And the new vault is expensive. Our city hall must get much larger, I assume. Pagan Scorpio, good to see you. Hopefully you're enjoying your house right here. Let's see. So I learned a tip. I don't think you taught me. Thank you guys for the level 5 hype train. You guys are ridiculous. Trying to remember who taught me this. Hold on. I will remember it if I look for a second. It's gonna really bother me. The Hustle Cat. On the Hustle Cat stream, we raided the Hustle Cat not long ago. And one thing that she did, she said, listen, ain't nobody got time to decorate all these homes. She control C'd a house that already had decorations. So let's see. We've decorated the heck out of these ones. We'll control C the whole house. And just plop that sucker right here. And look at that. All the decorations, they all come with. It's a thing of beauty. It's a thing of beauty. And it's something that I did not realize. So that house does not fit here. So that will not be what we do. However, yes. Yeah, that is brilliant. It is super easy. Control C. Such a nice quality of life feature to have in the game. Every city builder should have Control C. Just saying. You will just keep your job. Did you lose your job by re-rolling? That is a thing that happens. Okay, we almost... Banglorious. I shouldn't ask chat this question, but I'm going to. Chat, should we go for booze or the vault? We've got enough money for the booze. But if we are reasonable people, we go for the vault. But I'll let you guys decide. There we go. We got the poll. We got the poll. Let's see if this is really me testing to see if Twitch chat is reasonable or not. And either way, I love you guys. Vault won't take as much time to get back to booze. I mean, that is logic right there. that I would probably get behind myself. Oh my goodness. YouTube. So it is currently 157 to 135. Booze. Mage, thank you for the gifted subs. Super generous. Boiled egg roll, thank you for the prime. Mage, thank you again. That's super generous of you. For the booze. The vault is just crossed over. I'll tell you guys. It's within 10 votes, 20 votes. Going back and forth. Hype train level 6. You guys are insane. Let us have moral superiority over YouTube. Well, I'm letting you vote over YouTube. I apologize, YouTube. Mixed South, thank you for the super chat. Get myself a coffee or some stronger booze. You don't know. And Kit Gupta, thank you so much for the associate planner over on YouTube. Appreciate you. I feel like I've got to give you guys on YouTube a vote now. Not about this though. YouTube is saying Vault will get you more beer and poll us. I'll poll you guys next. I love to poll you guys on YouTube. But I don't have I don't think that Vainglorious can poll you guys on YouTube, which is why I don't ask. Heart of the Tiger, thank you for the prime. So poll is done. You guys are ridiculous. It's 50-50. Booze Vault. However, Booze wins by 10 votes. 666 votes for Booze. The mark of the beast. To 565 for Vault. So y'all got stronger alcohol, and everyone here is thrilled. Some people were not happy, but most people, yeah, listen. I didn't choose this. The bar only has Everclear. I didn't choose this. Thanks, Satan. I just exist here as the benevolent godmare. Did nothing. Just keeping it real. Don't blame me. Don't blame me for your problems. Except for this one. I created this. That was my fault. What game is this? This is Town to City. This is an amazing game. It's so much fun. The funny thing is, on the Sabbath, not in the East Coast, and not in Nova Scotia. You blame me as I sip my beer? Yeah. No worries, Twitch is going to be Twitch. Listen, if Twitch were anything other than Twitch, I would be disappointed. Something is very unhappy here, though. This resident is sometimes happy. I think they're drunk. And no one lives here. Wait. This person wants to be near lavender fields? Garland family, you are very oddly specific about your housing preferences. I kind of want to facilitate. That's kind of a sick request. How could I not do it? Oh, I screwed this up. You guys must move to here. You must move here. Lavender Field people must move here. You can leave. Don't come back. And now we're out of homes. These folks are still disconnected and unhappy. I don't understand. There. Now we're good. High jump. Please enjoy your home. Is that high jump? Oh, high jump lives somewhere else right here. Money. We can't do the money yet. We're at, that's our big hang up. We're getting close. What won? Booze. Booze won by 10 votes out of like 1,200. Ridiculous. I didn't move someone in here. I thought I did. There. Good. Bill, you wanted to know that Child Steve is no longer a child and works at the bistro, a momentous occasion for now adult Steve. Steve, you have escaped. You're at the bistro. I hope you're putting cheese in everything. I hope you are. Ozma Haber, it is fun. This is such a great game. The funny thing is, I thought we were going to play this for like 2 streams, and this is like stream 4, and I didn't give it up as an option for the next stream. But there is a very real possibility that it comes back again in the future. The save's not going anywhere. Okay. I'm gonna keep going this way. I also just love the controls of this game. I feel like I can just cruise. Like nothing is difficult about this game. Like it just makes this is one of those games that it makes the whole process of playing it second nature, which it's not all games are like that. I've got to look at gotta keep referencing the controls. This is not one of those games at all, which I love. Oh my goodness. Except for this one thing. This one thing of that path not connecting will drive me crazy. There we go. I just had to move it a little bit. Now we're good. All those homes are connected. Almost have enough money. Almost have enough money. Are the controls easy to learn? Ridiculously easy to learn. Not only do they keep telling you the shortcuts, but it's like M is move it. So if you want to move something, hit M, and then you can just grab the building, escape to undo it. Control C gives you the eyedropper, and then you can clone anything in the game, from a tree to a light post to an entire building with props on it. When you're plopping a home, so let's say I control C this and I want to rotate it, it shows you right away Z and X to rotate in steps, C and V to cycle the variations so you get different colors, R to snap to the path, and then if you hold down the mouse button, you can rotate it around. And nothing's permanent, so if I place that and I'm not happy, I just move it. Actually don't know the delete shortcut. Is it D? Is it D? No, that's move. Delete key. So yeah, everything's super easy. And then there are some things that it just doesn't really matter if you know the shortcut because the tools are easy to use. So yeah, super easy. Is it bank time? Yes, it is. It is bank time. Boom. And now it is finally cathedral time. We don't quite have enough now, but we're getting close. So thinking about the sight lines. I think this is kind of what I'm looking at. So you walk in. Yeah. Looks like Disney World up there. It's honestly kind of imposing. It's way bigger than I thought it was going to be. And it's kind of insane. Phil, would I consider posting non-city builder games in my second channel? No. No. Only because the second channel has been a fun place for me to place other stuff. The next video is already going to be, I already know what it is. It's going to be me ranting about electric cars. As someone who's had 3 of them at this point, I kind of want to, like, so I kind of want a non-gaming content place. Honestly, this looks like Peach's castle. It's kind of dope. Like it a lot. So yeah, no, I thought about that. I just, I don't play a lot of, non-city building games. The only games I really consistently play that are non-city builders are like Polytopia. That's kind of it. So yeah. Yeah, you can't unsee Peach's castle now. I feel like we've got a, I don't know what inspiration we can take from that, but I feel like we... Unfortunately, I don't know that there's a lot that we can do with this. Unfortunately. I've got a couple of ideas though. Maybe the big inspiration that we take from it. Mushrooms? Ah, that'll be our nod to Peach. We'll have some mushrooms. I kind of want to have a decent sized plaza in the front. And then we'll take this along the sides as well. But I'll go straight lines here to try to keep it nice and orderly. So some little planter areas right there. I'll angle some of the edges. I'm just freestyling, guys. Give me a quick second. There's the freestyle. We'll fill it in. I don't exactly know how we get up here. Lenny, always good to have you in here. Thank you for the gifted subs, dude. Appreciate you. Heart of the Tiger, thank you for the prime. Seriously, Lenny, thank you. Appreciate you. For anyone who just got a gifted sub, there's been a ton of them tonight. Hop in the Discord. Access to a video. Tropico. It'll be out in like 10 hours and 20 minutes, but you can watch it now without ads. So yeah. Do it. Do it. A pencil tree line path to the cathedral would be nice. I could get down with that. I'll tell you what. We will ring this. I just want some sort of boundary that feels a little different. Wonder if I could use the autumn trees and try to make it feel like oh, that looks terrible. So I'll line the outside of this. I'll fill the inside of the planter beds with dirt, and then I'll get a small tree line path up here. And I think we're gonna wrap most of these with wrought iron fences. And I talked about a cemetery. I think I'm going to skip the cemetery for now. I think I'm going to skip it. And honestly, I feel like I need to respect the topography here. I just kind of respected my pattern. That's not reasonable. There. Better. Now, you guys talked about the path. Little path up here. Something gentle. So first this. I can curve this. I'm going crazy, guys. I'm sorry. I'm getting in my own head about the way the curve looks. All right, I'm done. All right. So now the little path here. And then I'm going to look at chat because I've been losing myself a little bit. Oh, Lenny, in honor of your parlay and betting today, go Packers. If you're on Twitch, enter join in honor of Lenny's parlay. There are 3 City Planner plays tees. Thank you, Lenny. That's super generous of you. Appreciate you. Okay. And then I will finish this. And now the church is connected, so we can add 6 laborers. And 1 warehouse worker. And now it's working. It's not pretty, but it's functional. Still in San Francisco. Your Cavs still weekday? What? I missed it. Can you work at the cathedral? 6 people do. Reroll till you get there. I can't see from looking at this. I hope they fix that. But yeah. This is going to be really nice. So upgrades I'd love to see here in the game. I would love to see a line tool because I do feel like this is where we want it. Perfect little rows of trees. Heading up to the cathedral, they need to be perfect. Honestly, that might be too much. I never want to admit when I landscape too hard. I think that was it. That was it right there. They were too close. Let's see. Flying suit, you lost your job. Oh, and okay. Here's the winners. Chihuahua Lover. Wisco Steve. Congratulations to both. Steve, to a fellow Wisconsinite. We're really winning. Outside of the Badgers, we're doing well this weekend. Lots of research points. Thank you for the reminder. Appreciate that. Let's spend them down. There's lots of stuff here, but I'm not gonna go for it yet. We're gonna need this, and I feel like we should have that. We don't yet. Okay, cool. Thank you for the reminder. I really appreciate that. I'm gonna wrap all of these larger areas. Don't worry about the jank. It'll be better. You guys know me. I won't let it go. I'm insane. But it will look bad up front. Okay. So this is the general place where my head is gone. Obviously it's very ugly. We need to clean it up, but I'm going to put rows of probably arbs right here. And then we'll have flowers inside of here so we don't block the cathedral. Then we'll have some larger trees right here, some flower bushes right here. And then we're going to leave this for small bushes all the way around here. And then maybe have a big tree on the outside. That's kind of where my head's at. Maybe a couple of tall trees right over here, considering there's no windows. And then I want to find places for architectural lighting to try to make the view of this at night look really good. So I want to block this at night once we get there, because night lighting is going to be really important for this building. Only one row of trees? Yeah, I think only one row of trees. And we don't want to block the building. And even with the trees that we put here, I think I've got to go kind of modest with them, because I feel like the trees could, if we're not careful, really overpower the building. And that is not the goal. This is, at this point, going to be the most significant architectural building in the city. Significant piece of architecture up until this point. Guys, we reached a follower goal on Twitch. I will be honest and say I don't know what that means. I don't know what the follower goal was, but I appreciate you guys for following. I actually don't know how many followers there are on Twitch. Hold on. 33,000. Guys, that's crazy. Actually, that's actually pretty crazy. Thank you guys. Appreciate you. That is a kind of a wild number, considering I stream once a week. I don't know. Yeah, it's wild to me. Yes. Woot woot. Thank you. Appreciate you, Steve. Appreciate you. Appreciate you guys. Lenny, thank you. I don't know why it's telling me that go us. What was your first words, Lenny? Is clearly not. That's what it's telling me. So I'm going to believe it. That's like the size of town that you live in. 33,000. That is it is considerably bigger than my hometown. Rhinelander, 7,000. At least when I lived there. I think it's maybe a little bigger now. It was shrinking until the pandemic, and then it grew. And now people are being called back into the office, so I'm sure it's shrinking again. Uh, 33 times your population. It is always wild to me to think about, like, the actual number of people that watch a video or, you know, follow the channel, and either of them, you know, like, not like, I don't take that for granted, because I think about, like, to get that many people to do anything, and for them to say, you know what, I like what I've seen here. This was worth me hitting that follow button and being notified when they come online. Pretty damn cool. Not gonna lie. Pretty cool. Like, I would have never imagined. So thank you guys. It's weird. Oh my goodness. Not as weird as this though. Not sure how I managed that. And now everything is a little less than perfect. Well, I think it's going to be fine. We're not going to worry about it too much. What are we doing tonight? My YouTube channel has more subscribers than Milwaukee has citizens. That is a weird thought. I think the one that hit me was when the channel had more followers than my county has citizens. That was like, for me, because Dane County has 60,000 or 600,000 residents, and that number being something that, like, as a planner, especially when I was a regional planner, that was a number that I looked at a lot and thought a lot about, where those 600,000 people go and need to go, where they care about going, like, and just the fact that there were that many in general. It's wild. It's a lot of people. They're mostly bots on Twitch, Vainglorious. We've definitely been botted in the past. It happened one time that I can recall. That was why we had the hardcore follower only mode at one point. But I don't know that it's mostly bots. YouTube definitely calls it for sure, though. YouTube, I remember one time seeing the number of people watching following the channel drop by 1,000 in a day. And at first I was like, oh, so I'm getting canceled. What did I do? And then I realized, actually, they're just purging the bots. I didn't do anything stupid yet. More than your state has people? Delaware or Wyoming? That is my guess. As a real person, you enjoy watching me? D-Stock, I appreciate that. I know that there are at least the number of people that are talking. Vainglorious Gaming isn't a bot. I appreciate that you're not. Beep boop, beep boop. Maybe we're all secretly bots. Maybe dead internet theory is real, and I'm actually a bot, and you guys are actually bots watching a bot around. I'm sure eventually we'll all get there, and it'll just all be this just terrible cycle, and we'll all think about the good old days. Right now, it's all the Gen Zers thinking about how the 90s were great. I hear that one a lot. It's like, it's fine. But someday, especially for anyone who's a Gen Zer who's in here, just know that someday the good old days will be when the internet wasn't bots just talking to other bots, when it was people interacting and having a shared experience together. Those were the good old days. You've definitely seen some fantastic posts that are made by AI and only commented on more AI bots. I know, isn't it? It's both. Like right now, we're in the stage where it's like, it's kind of funny when you see that. It's kind of like the first time you saw Spaghetti eating Will Smith, and it was like really funny. And now it's like, oh, actually, I kind of hate this. Like, if we could not do this, I'd be happy. Mage, thank you for the gifted subs. Rat, thank you so much for the prime. 5 gifted subs more. 5 more. Thank you, Mage. Appreciate you. And accordions, you got the other gift from Lenny. Hopefully you enjoy that. The real Tangy Pop, thank you for the 5 months. Appreciate you. That's when you used to read lots of books. Bill, what about the Pogs? Are you talking about the old school Pogs that we played with as a kid? Because if you're talking about those, I have not thought about those in a long time, and I wish I still had my slammers. Will Smith smacks Chris Rock. But that was real. At the time, I watched that live and I remember thinking, this is hilarious. I've never seen anything this this scripted, unscripted ever. And then I remember my wife looking at me thinking, oh my goodness, that's legit. He's very unhappy. Very unhappy. And I shouldn't be laughing. Unacceptable and inappropriate. Because he is very unhappy. And Chris Rock is not happy at all. Is there a bollard? There is. There is a bollard. We didn't have it when we made the gravestones. There's also stone things. I don't even know what I consider it. They're stone things. Stone monuments. Oh, you know what else we should have done? I don't think that, small fountains are appropriate, but the small statue would work. No, that sucks. That's terrible. That's terrible. We'll do it out here. And just those two. That's good. Then I'll place these by the door openings and make these ones bigger. I don't know what I can place in here. And I'm going to say, honestly, probably nothing. Good night. Happy Thanksgiving. Hey, Miss Dis Bits. To Urban Loon. Happy Thanksgiving to Urban Loon and have a good night. Thank you for being here. Urban Loon, always good to see you. And I don't know when your next video is coming out. Anyone who hasn't checked out Urban Loon, making some great City Skylines content. Go check him out. So I would like to place, I know I'm getting in the weeds. I think that this doesn't allow it. Yeah, there's nothing that I can place in there. Like a bush or a flower. How about a light? A candle? Nothing. It feels like this will be changed in the future. But for the time being, it's just kind of like a sad thing that I can't do anything with. So we'll just, we'll need to forgive that. Hedge maze where? Not tonight. I'm already going to accomplish less than I had hoped. as is the usual thing around here. One may consider mushrooms on the ground. One will. One will. Let me do the lighting, and then I'll put mushrooms in the ground. So I want to make this really shine. The depth of field is getting so cracked out right now. I don't know why it's so bad. But it's like the ultimate struggle. Oh yeah, that's awesome. We'll just stay out here. Lighthouse on land. Indeed. You get the vibe. You get the vibe. Tasteful lighting. I don't know if that's tasteful or not. Tasteful or not, it's definitely lighting. This is true. This is true. We have all of the lighting. I wonder if I can place. Oh, yeah. So that in there, and then I want to place inside of here. This is tasteful lighting. Let's be tasteful. We won't turn this into a lighthouse. Less is more, kind of. I'm kind of it's fighting me a bit. It really wants to drop it down the rope lighting. It's too small. Hold on. Hold on. Just wait until you see the whole vision. I get it. But is it too small? Or is it just right? Because before, this straight up looked like a lighthouse. And this looks like a smiley face now. That was not what I meant. It looks like a Super Mario Brothers smiley face. Mage, thank you again for the gifted subs. 5 gifted subs. 4 just to the general community. 1 to Ms. Diz Bits. Ms. Diz Biz. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Like, seriously, super generous of you. Spooky for Halloween. The real question, do I go all the way around? Maybe this is the compromise. Seriously. Seriously a legend. How's that? Is that the compromise, guys? Couple of draped lights right here. Oh, I missed a couple. There. I think I got everywhere. What do you think? More lights? This is good, God. There is no graveyard. Cannot be overstated how good this all looks. Oh, the Christmas tree. Can't do the Christmas tree. That would be good, though. Okay, hold on. We can't do the Christmas tree yet, but in preparation for it. We'll place those there. These are the right scale for this area. It won't overpower it. And then back here we can go bigger because nothing matters back here. And a couple more, couple small ones over here. Hold on. I'm going to place these. I know what I want there. I think here. Go. Now I just need to clone it to the other side. And I'm trying to remember how I did this because it's easy to forget. Symmetry time. Yeah. Symmetry is not easy in this. And I feel like sometimes you just kind of have to embrace that it's not going to be perfect and roll with it. Like this is as close as I'm going to get. And I just have to be a little bit okay with that. And like, this is something I've seen people complain a lot about. There's not anything I can do to get this bush closer to this building because it has this really big hit zone. So that's kind of it. The only way that I could fix this I'll add those. And then a slightly different pavement right there. And I remember watching Kodiak the Kodiak stream this and just lose his mind that those colors were slightly different. And I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I love Kodiak. And I'm not going to go crazy like he did, even though I want to. The pub is the worst with the hit zone. Yeah. That is something that I hope they loosen up on. I'm sure there's a rationale for why they're not loosening up on it, or maybe it was an oversight. I feel like in Skylines, I didn't get it either. And then you realize that the reason the hit zone is so insane there is that all the buildings basically collapse upon themselves if they don't. And you don't notice it because they don't collapse, because the hit zones are far. We gotta breathe more life into this area too. So I feel like this place really needs some benches desperately. So I'll probably look to have one right here and one right here. Good night, everyone. QZ, have a good night. Thank you for being here, buddy. Thank you for all the support. Appreciate you. Peaches Malba, good to see you. Thank you for 17 months of tier 1. That's ridiculous. Thank you. Cookies, thank you for Cookie. Thank you for the prime. Appreciate you. You guys have been insane. Just like the long-term support, the support tonight, all of it is just, it's crazy. Appreciate you guys. You're gonna go now, Mage. Thank you for all of the gifted subs tonight. Thank you for the support. Hopefully you have a great night. Sleep well. The save file, by the way, I wish that I could save this. I wish that I could share this. One of the shortcomings of this game right now is that everything is saved to the Steam cloud and you can't share it because of that. So the moment they change that, I will make my saves available so you guys can mess around. That's something that I've become very adamant upon. I think it's really important that you guys can, number one, notice that I'm not doing YouTube trickery on my builds. And number two, just be able to play around and see what I've done. And if you've seen something you want to make better, do it and share it with me. Blue, you're in Sydney on a lovely Monday. Hopefully all is well in Sydney. So I think we're almost done with this, with the exception of path lighting, which there's none of. And then I want to wrap this whole place with just small bushes, probably the same bush all the way around. And then there are a couple of spots like this where we need more small bushes too. But I'm gonna go all the way around with these first. Oh yes, the mushrooms. The mushrooms. I'm going to do this now before I forget. Peach. Let's illuminate the mushrooms. Just because of how prominent these are, an important feature of this area. That is wild looking. So there we go. Mushrooms. Do I know if there is a mod to allow clearways in cities too? What do you mean by clearways? Do you mean invisible paths? That's easy. I don't know what you mean by clearways though. Yeah, everyone must visit the cathedral to see the mushrooms. This is clearly that you come to the cathedral at night to see the mushrooms. Fairies run the cathedral? Yes. I agree. The mushrooms are a key feature. I feel like the lighting is everything. The lighting and the placement relative to everything else. It's now not. I mean, when you come in here, you see the mushrooms before basically anything else. It's important. Okay. Let's finish these. No parking during peak hour. You're right. We have not hit the parking minimums. Thankfully, the parking minimums here we have parking minimums, not parking maximums. Or parking maximums, not parking minimums. And the parking maximum is 0 parking spaces. Except for horse parking someday. This is Halloween and the pumpkin screams in the dead of night. I tell you what. Yes. We will do that. Where do we sneak this in? Okay. All right. Now it kind of comes to life. There's enough lighting that you can get around. Yeah. I thought about adding more in a couple of spots. I think that's just enough. That's just enough. What in the Minecraft is this, Aurora? This is Town to City, and it is a lovely voxel art city builder. where you can just chill out and build just some pretty things and not overthink things too much and just keep messing around. That's what we've been doing. I had all these goals of big things I wanted to build today, and chat thought I'd get to this by 10 p.m. You can see my time. Oh my goodness. I did not realize it was so late. It is considerably later than I thought it was. It took a long time to get here, but I've greatly enjoyed the ride. And that's what this game's all about. The ride. Is it on Steam? It is. It is. There's actually, the great thing about this game is that there's a demo, and the demo is awesome. It lets you build a 200 population. And if you end up liking the demo, I guarantee that the game will be worth buying for you. If you don't like the demo, it's not for you. The game will not be for you, and that's at least they've given you the opportunity to figure it out. Because I don't think it's a game for everybody. But for people who it speaks to, like I'm one of those people, just it's everything. It's amazing. Fantastic. I enjoy Battlefield. I have not played Battlefield yet. I didn't play the demo. I didn't purchase it yet. Although after talking to Poplar Ponderosa, kind of feel like I have to. I don't know if Moose is streaming it, but I hear Moose has it too. Maybe I have a random stream where I do something different. And only on Twitch. I don't do that on YouTube. We had a Mario Kart stream once that was fun. Maybe we do a Battlefield one too. Who knows? I'm open to a lot of things. Perfectly afternoon. Pish Darren, how are you doing? Pish Darren, rather. GTA Online before Battlefield? You'd have to walk me through. I've as much GTA as I've played, I've never played GTA Online, which is kind of embarrassing. Honestly, it feels like something that I probably should have done. I think my fear with it was always that I would enjoy it too much and it would take over my life. Because Bangloris, I know you like it a lot. It sucks you in, doesn't it? Like that's why it's done so well. You only have like 8,000 hours in GTA. Yes. And here's the thing. I feel like you and I are on the same wavelength when it comes to games. And in the same, we also soak the same amount of time into games that we like. And that scares me. Bads are the best. I cannot recall the last time I had a bath. That's not to say I don't bathe. I bathe. But a bath. We have two places to bathe, and the bathroom that has the bath, that's the kids' bathroom. And I don't go in there. I try my best to avoid that. But I also have two girls, so give them their space. Good evening, Phil. Hope you had an amazing vacation. Lord, it was great. Lord Cursive's great. I had a great time. Very relaxing, rejuvenating. Feeling good. Although feeling guilty that I'm also TwitchCon is not a vacation. Like there's actually a lot of non-vacation things that I'm doing in TwitchCon. Like One of the things, I'm going to the Ubisoft booth. That's going to be super cool. And going to see some stuff there. That'll be fun. But there's also like a lot of vacation-y stuff there too. We'll see. Let's see. This is almost done. This is almost done. But I think just a couple of large trees. Okay. And now the moment of truth. When you come in here. Oh, yeah. It looks complete. It looks good. Yeah. Why you don't drink, never had kids? Accordions, enjoy the shirt, and thank you for being here. Yeah, that is the stuff. You get a great view of this. Basically, no matter where you are in town, coming through the post office, into the plaza, great view. Coming over here, walking through town. Boom, Peach's Castle, great view. Having a beer. Hanging out with the folks. Great view, Peach's Castle. Love it. Love it. Let's resume so we get to see it during the day and actually see some people interact with it. Yeah, from the pub, looks great. The real question is, how does it look from the back of the pub? Little obstructed. You know what? I'd say if you're sitting right here, enjoying your beer, or your Everclear now, that's not a bad view. The water and the top of the cathedral castle, yeah, not bad, not bad. And let's see how it feels walking in. We walk in. Wait, have I looked inside? The house windows has to be a 3. I have not. We will do that in a second. We walk up. Oh, yeah. And it feels intentional. Benches, lights. Can I put some trees at the edge of the lake? Yeah, I can do that. Our mushrooms. I'm into it. I'm into it. That is wonderful. Oh, guys. We should just delete this whole thing. Screwed up. Screwed up. Didn't finish it. It's not actually done. Now it's done. No, it's not. Missed another one. Okay, on this side. Oh my goodness. Now the symmetry is complete and it's actually done. I love that. I think that's great. How's the cathedral look from the old Powder Town? Ooh, from the bistro where Steve lives. Oh, that is a good question, actually. That is a great question. So you come around. Oh, wait, wrong spot. You're up here. Looks crispy. Looks amazing. The whole town looks great from up here. Also, if you're up here, you're sitting right here, you're thinking, oh my gosh, to get over there, it's 1,000 steps just to get down the hill. 1,000 to get over here. And And then once you're up here, you're trapped so far away. So yeah, very good though. I'm digging that. That looks super good. Lord cursed. No, never mind what. That church is possible to build. Yeah. Yep. We had this small cathedral before. And now you can get a view of the two from one another. Yeah, that walk's ridiculous. Would not enjoy. So I already said we're doing CS2 next time. Wednesday. We will come back to this. I don't know when it'll be, but we'll definitely come back. We're not done with this. And it's going to keep getting updates. So this will be where we keep adding to it. We still got to do the fairgrounds. The fairgrounds can't happen tonight. We will be back. Chat will riot. Yeah. Hold on. The last thing we've got to do. The last thing we're going to do. I know. So about the walk. I get it. What I want to do. I'm not sure that whoever lives here is going to enjoy this all that much. But QZ's gone for the night. So QZ has nothing to say about this. What I want to do is invite people to walk through QZ's farm out the back right here. And then we'd have a way down. And honestly, QZ's gone. QZ's gone. So let's just take advantage of that real quick. Don't tell QZ. Just what someone wants. The ability for all of their neighbors to walk through their property to leave. So here's what we'll do. Little dirt path. And then we'll respect the topography. Oh, that's not respecting the topography at all. Oh my goodness. That is you get some beefy calves here. Some real beefy calves. Don't worry about it. I'll fix it. It's a feature. Yeah, I want to make sure that everyone in this town is super fit. There we go. That would still be really rough, but at least it feels more doable. And the fairgrounds will be right here. This will be a way that you get to it. So I'm going to basically send a road right here. So there. Now it's connected. I just need to fix QZ's fence. And it'll be none the wiser. Twitch makes you watch ads, lame. I apologize. This is true. That is the it is the way I see it, better to watch ads midstream than at the end or at the beginning. That's one steep hill. You know, that's one way to look at it. The other way to look at it is there's no gym in town, and this ensures that no one has a gym membership. So, good and the bad. We probably, though, if we're being reasonable, there. I absolutely hate everything I'm doing with landscaping right here. So I'm just going to take it back. We'll take it down to almost nothing. It's probably better. There. Yeah. Now you can walk through QZ's property. Don't worry about it. Stop being so good. I'm just messing around. I'm just experimenting. This whole thing is just throwing stuff around and seeing what happens. Seeing what sticks, not being afraid to delete. I like it. That's good. Okay. Couple more things. Poplar. Happy Thanksgiving. I think, yes, for you it still is. Hopefully you had a good time and the kids are in bed. Poplar, do you want to see what we've done tonight? We didn't accomplish as much as I probably should have. I had all of these grand ideas, but you know how it goes. You know how it goes. Whoops. Best laid plans turn into just a couple small things getting done. um, so this farm is one of them. We had to build this farm so that we could build our the perfumer. So we got the perfumer working, which we built in the previous one, but didn't really finish the area around it. So there's a farm, lavender, roses, and cotton. Don't ask questions. Second, we built this neighborhood up here so that we have all of the employees necessary for the hatter and the shoemaker right here, as well as all of the other businesses that we have. Then, yes, happy Canadian Thanksgiving. Although I think they just call it Thanksgiving. Poplar Ponderosa is a child, and children can't work. So then, we'll get to this. It honestly feels like we didn't do all that much, guys. So yes, we popped some houses here. We upgraded a couple things here. We cleaned up a lot of stuff here. Decorated this plaza. Got our perfumer working. Added these homes up here. And then spent a whole bunch of time on this, which is basically just a cathedral with a lot of detail. We added candles and lighting. And we realized that this looks like Peach's Castle from Mario 64. So we added mushroom beds with illumination. And then try to be really thoughtful about all the landscaping so that it doesn't block key architectural features of the building. Just kind of create something that feels really nice to walk in. So yes, as you walk through. And it doesn't look like Peach's Castle. It really does. And with the placement of this, try to make sure that when you come into town, you get really striking views. So come in, you see it right there. And then no matter where you're walking, you get this beautiful view. So yes, I think it works. The mayor forces me to walk up another hill. Indeed, I give you these beautiful views though. Oh yes, that was the other big thing. Pagan Scorpio, thank you for reminding me. We are almost fully upgraded in this town. We leveled up the train station one more level. Now look at this thing. We should actually look inside. Can we look inside? We can. Dang. This thing's a beast. It's now almost as big as it can get. Looks beautiful on the inside. What inside here? Nothing in here. You guys told me to look inside the level, the 3-story buildings, of which we have this one. Look at that. Can't get too close. But if you get this close, pianos on the inside. Super cool. What's in these windows? Looks like a bedroom. Over here. See the piano again. That's super cool. Super, super cool. Wait, can we look in the city hall too? Oh, that's such a nice detail. Just another thing to look at. And to be a creeper. You'll trade some of your tuna for the finest carp? Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Yeah, it is just one of those games that just makes you feel calm. It's the little details, non-stop details everywhere. Well, the other big thing, we leveled up the vault and we got stronger alcohol. So we're no longer drinking beer, we're now drinking Everclear, and everyone loves it. Everyone's digging town. One more thing. So we're almost done. It's super late for me. I should be in bed. But instead, I'm going to do this instead. In honor of Steve. And then up here, can I place some more? And place it on the side. That is bizarre. All right. All right. That is much better. More lighting is better. You got good calves now? That artisan is vibing. You live in the cathedral? I mean, that wouldn't be a bad place to live if one could live there. It's kind of amazing looking at night. It's kind of amazing. You might be a priest. There you go. And then we added this path here. QZ's house. You can walk through it now if you want to get beefy calves. And we switched back, but it didn't really help. Don't worry about it. Listen, guys. It's almost 1 a.m. for me. I've had a lot of fun streaming. Had a lot of fun hanging out. Is it a hill for ants? Yeah. And for you, it's been a great, like, seriously, there's a reason why I really wanted to stream tonight. And it's because I always have fun. Like, you guys are always so supportive. Just positive time. Vainglorious, I always appreciate your help with these. Seriously. Since you've started helping with the streams have been 1,000 times better for me, and I feel for everyone else. It's been really good. So thank you. Wednesday, guys, CS2 plus Subway Builder, and then there will be a Twitch only stream later on in the week from San Diego. And my goal. My goal is to get Imperial Jedi with me. If I can get Imperial Jedi with me, that's gonna be my goal. Maybe Slay too. We'll see what else is there. Anyway, do I have a meet and greet? Not officially. They didn't ask me, but if you want to see me at TwitchCon, send me a message on Discord. I'll be there. I'll be walking around. I'm not gonna be hard to find. If you'd like to see me, yeah. Oh no, Jedi knows. Jedi's bringing me ketchup chips, and I'm gonna bring Jedi beef sticks, squeaky cheese curds, and probably some Andes mints. I'm not sure what else. I feel like beer is just a little bit challenging. Maybe a bottle of wine from Wallersheim. That could be good. 6:15 a.m. in the UK. You have to go to work. Well, Wednesday I'll be streaming during the day. So yeah, summer sausage. That would actually be a good one. So yeah, I gotta bring Jedi some stuff. No Hawkins cheese this time. Think about that. Let me think. Hey, Phil, you haven't had a chance to give you the weekly Jets update. They're now 0-6 after losing to the Broncos. But more impressively, they finished with a negative 10 passing yards. I mean, you guys went from a former Packers QB to a former Bears QB. I'm not surprised. I'm sorry. Guys, we had a level 6 hype train. A couple more things. Lenny, thank you for the gifted sub. QZ, thank you for the gifted sub. Peaches Melba, again, thank you for 17 months. Anyone that I missed, particularly on YouTube, I'm not sure why I'm not seeing these. Freaky Ferret, thank you for the becoming associate planner. I don't know why I'm missing them. I'm gonna try to get it fixed for the next one. One Hundo Road Vod, thank you so much for the becoming associate planner. I will get it figured out. I don't know why it's not working, but thank you. Anyway, Twitch, don't leave. YouTube, can we get hearts to YouTube and say goodbye to them? I'll even give you a salud. It's very warm and not very good. Bye, YouTube. Take care. Bye-bye, YouTube. Bye-bye. Twitch, don't leave. Don't leave. Don't leave. I don't know where we're going to go. The fun thing about these night streams